If you started supporting Arsenal during the hybrid days, you're not a new generation Arsenal person, then Thierry Henry is one of the people that made you an Arsenal fan. The other day I spoke about Karen Wanko making Nigerians Arsenal fans. Now let's talk about this man, this greatest top scorer for the Arsenal, scoring about 228 goals across all competitions for the Arsenal before he finally left in 2006 to go to Barcelona, where he won the Champions League. Now let's talk about the king of hybrid himself. Anybody who was used to hybrid knows how important Thierry Henry has been in the hybrid, which was the reason why he earned that name from the fans, king of hybrid, and having his statue erected, even still sitting today in front of the Emirates Stadium. And also, that particular statue was a game against Tottenham, and he was at the hybrid. Thierry Henry has at Tottenham. Let's put that out there. Now let's talk about the fact that he is one of the heroes of the Invisibles, which was an Arsenal team led by Arsene Wenger, who went all season without losing a game. Get it again, without losing a game, which is and Arsenal happens to be the first team who has done it, the only team actually who has done the invisible, that is going a season without losing a game in the current and the modern Premier League. No other clubs has got that. Biggest flex. In that particular season, Thierry Henry scored about 30 goals and earned the Golden Boot the Golden Boot for the season. Now let's also talk about the fact that this particular amazing young man, this man also has been winning back to back. Talk about consistency. This Golden Boot, he won it in 2002, won it in 2004, 2005, and 2006. Back to back. It's only in 2003 that he didn't win it. Now let's talk about the fact that this man that we're talking about is not just a top scorer. This is also a creative. He started as a winger and then metamorphosed into a proper striker. It was a particular season that he had about 24 goals and 20 assists. Talk about someone who is a complete football player. Now this particular man that we're talking about have a unique style of play. One thing that people knew Thierry Henry about was when he drifts from the left, he calls the ball and then buries it far top of the net, like far corner at the top of the net. That is one thing that he was known for, coming from the left, calling the ball, and then buries it behind the net, like far top corner. That was his signature goals. He was a two-time PFA player. And now if you know about this, you know that being a Frenchman and coming to England to win PFA Player of the Year twice is no joke. In how many years that he stayed in Arsenal. Now he captained the Arsenal club with finesse and charisma after Vera left. Patrick Vieira, which was an amazing captain, by the way. Now let's talk about the fact that also Champions League, he also led us to the Arsenal first ever Champions League final. Although we lost that final, but it was a very great run for the Arsenal getting to the Champions League for the first time. So it was after that in 2006 that he had to move to Barcelona, because that was the only place that he could win the Champions League at the time. That dream was supposed to be actualized at Barcelona. Now let's talk about the skills that makes this man stand out. First of all is his speed. My God, his pace is amazing. Everybody who knows Thierry Henry knows about his pace, his skill. This guy can dribble, pass players, like he was giving Messi vibes that year. Then his finishing, you see that his signature finishing, top far at the top corner, is amazing. Then his vision. Thierry Henry has a way of seeing the game that other people we are not seeing the game that same way. Now I'm going to take you through the 5 iconic goals that he has scored for the Arsenal that made him so popular and earned him the name King of Hybrid. So the first iconic goal that he scored against for the Arsenal is against Tottenham. Mind you, let's put this disclaimer out there. Thierry Henry hates Tottenham. So it was in 2002 against Tottenham. This guy had a solo run, like picks up the ball from his half, that's from the Arsenal half, dribbled past defenders. He was giving Messi vibes. Dribble past defenders, get there, finishes it at the top 5 corner. My God, like top top far corner, that his signature goal. This guy had a solo run. He was giving Messi vibes. Anybody who knows Thierry Henry knows about this particular game and this particular goal against the Tottenham Hotspur. Yeah. The second one is actually against Manchester United. Yes, in 2000, I think. 2000 or 2001, I can't remember. But this particular one was called flick and volley. Now this guy picks up a ball, flicks it with his back, and then volleyed it in, and all in one motion. Like, it's not like he flicked the ball and then all in one motion, flicked it with his back, then volleyed it in. My God, it was giving amazing. Then the third one was against Charlton Athletic, and that was in the year 2004. That was a back heel goal. Like, this guy surrounded by defenders, I think 4 or 5 defenders. I was actually very small that time. I just had to rewatch most of this thing as I was growing up. Yes, so get back in, let's talk. So this guy picks up the ball in the midst of defenders. He was surrounded by defenders. He uses his back heel, getting into the net. That is Thierry Henry. It's Henry again. The fourth one is actually against Liverpool, and it's in the same 2004. That season was hot, So this guy, surrounded by defenders, he just, dribbled past defenders, accelerated, and then finished it off, and helping Arsenal come back from a 2-1 down, because Liverpool was winning Arsenal at 2-1 before this guy brought Arsenal back in the game. Yes, and then the final one for me, I picked just top 5, mind you. So this fifth one was against Leeds United in 2012. Remember, I told you that he left Arsenal in 2006 after he couldn't win the Champions League, and he comes back to Arsenal on loan, and Arsenal was playing against Leeds United, and guess what? This guy gets into the pitch immediately and perfectly finished with his signature goal, top far corner of the post, you understand, to give Arsenal that particular game. Now tell me one of your Thierry Henry's iconic moments in the Arsenal, if you watched him, whether in the hybrid days, Asewanga days, Invisible days, whichever one that is your top, for Thierry Henry, let me know. I'll be reading in the comment. Bye. This is Chidima Talks Football. Please support the brand by following, sharing, and liking, and then saving this video.